चक्षुर्भेदं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you so much Mathaji. Hare Krishna everyone. Wish you all a very happy Maha Shivaratri. So I seek blessings from my Shiksha Guru, from Srila Prabhupada and from all of you, that I could glorify Lord Shiva, who is called as Vaishnavana Yatha, one of the greatest Vaishnavas. So that I could please Lord Shiva and get his blessings, because it is said that in Bhakti, um, the formula to make progress in Bhakti is to please the devotees, because one who pleases the devotees, he becomes more dear to Krishna. And being Lord Shiva is one of the greatest Vaishnava. I just pray that I should glorify, and if I could please Lord Shiva, I'll get the blessings of Krishna. So please pray for me. So we'll start. So in today's katha, I would like to glorify Lord Shiva in three aspects. First, we want to understand who is Lord Shiva. So when I say who is Lord Shiva, I have a few questions, and then we'll understand what are the qualities he carry as a Vaishnava. And the third question or third aspect I like to explore is what can we pray to Lord Shiva on this day, or what should one pray to Lord Shiva, so that we can get the topmost thing from him as a blessing. So these three things we'll try to explore in today's class. So the first thing is, who is Lord Shiva? So my question to everyone is Lord Shiva Bhagwan? Those who accept that Lord Shiva is Bhagwan, raise their hand. Lord Shiva is Bhagwan. Okay. One hand. Okay. Okay. Lord Shiva is not Bhagwan. Okay, so that is the first understanding which we need to clarify. Like, is he Bhagwan or is he not Bhagwan? He is Bhagwan, at the same time he is not Bhagwan. So that is the basis of our Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. Achinta Bheda Abheda Tattva. Simultaneous oneness but difference. So at the same time he is Bhagwan, but he is not Bhagwan. So going to that topic, I can ask one more question. Is milk curd? Is milk curd? Yes? Is milk curd? Is milk not curd?
Milk is not the curd.
Exactly. So that is so milk has curd, and like curd is coming from the milk, but still there is some difference. They are same, at the same time there is a difference. So that difference is will help us to understand how Lord Shiva is Bhagwan, but at the same time he is not Bhagwan. So that we'll understand. So in the Shastra there are four tattvas. You have heard about Vishnu Tattva, Lord Vishnu, like whatever incarnations, like Narsimha, Ram Avatar, Dashavatar, all those are Vishnu Tattvas. Second is Jiva Tattva. Jiva Tattva means we all living entities. Third is Maya Tattva, Shakti Tattva, like all the expansions, just like energetic has energy, sun has sunlight. So Lord has Lord's energy, like Lord Ram and Sita. You cannot separate. Krishna, Srimati Radharani. You cannot separate because Shakti and Shaktiman are inseparable. So that all Shakti Tattva comes under Radharani, Sita Mai or Durga Devi. All those are Shakti Tattvas. Then apart from these three is one Tattva which is called as Shiva Tattva. So that Tattva is, he is a expansion of Krishna, but in a mood where he can serve Krishna or he can serve Supreme Lord in the material world. So that is the Shiva Tattva. So Brahma Samhita, so that's why I'm projecting this verse on the wall that you can see. So in Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma is telling us what is the position of Lord Shiva. So I would like everyone to recite after me this verse. It's a very beautiful verse. Shiram yatha dadhi vikara. Okay, wait. Shiram yatha dadhi vikara vishesha yogat. Sanjayate nahi tatah prathagasti hetu. Yas sambhutam api tatha samupayati karyat. Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So in this, what Lord Brahma is saying that just as a milk is transformed into curd by the action of acid, but yet the effect curd is neither same as nor different from its cause, milk. So I adore the premier Lord Govinda, of whom the state of Shambhu is a transformation for the performance of the work of destruction. So who is Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is expansion of Krishna, but when he comes into this material world, he comes in a contact with the Maya Shakti. And then he takes the form of Lord Shiva, who will do the job of destruction of this material world. So Lord Shiva is, so Shiva Tattva, like you must have heard, like, Brahma is a post, but Lord Shiva is not a post. Brahma is any living entity can become a Brahma after a certain type of austerity. They can take a position of Brahma, but nobody can take position of Lord Shiva because Lord Shiva is not a Jiva Tattva or he is a separate Tattva. He is Lord, but at the same time he is taking that role where he's serving the, just like we hear about Balaram. Balaram is an expansion of Krishna. He is a Lord of servitude. So same way we can understand that Lord Shiva is also taking the role in the material world to serve the Supreme Lord by helping him to destroy this material world whenever and wherever time comes. So that is the Shiva Tattva we can understand. So to give reference to all these things, I have made few notes. So now, to understand the characteristics of Lord Shiva, like okay, now we understand. Okay, Lord Shiva is expansion of the Supreme Lord. who comes to this material world to serve the Lord. Now, in which way he serves? So, there are so many glories of Lord Shiva. And few I would like to elaborate is that he is the person who who does those things or who takes charge of those things who nobody wants to do. So that is the glory of Lord Shiva. If you see his associate, all are pishachas, bhutas, like yaksha. So those are the people nobody wants to around them. So that is the place he take so that he can do or he can do the justice or he can give the bhakti to those people also. So that is the glory, that is the compassion of Lord Shiva. So now the qualities I would like to explore about him is um, a few qualities I wrote down are the first quality of Lord Shiva is austerity. So if anybody, when I say austerity, what comes to your mind? Anybody get any point about Lord Shiva when he says austerity? Huh? Pain. Yes, he takes the pain. Okay. There are few pastimes about he taking the pain. Again, what kind of austerity? The greatest austerity Lord Shiva does is he doesn't have house. He stays under a banyan tree. Like whatever his wife, Mother Durga, she is the presiding deity of this material world. People go to her to get the blessings, whatever they want. But he himself is staying under a banyan tree. He doesn't wear clothes except a lion cloth. He puts ash on his body. His ornaments are snake. So and he doesn't have a like a very nice vahan bull, the most sophisticated vahan. So that is the level of austerity or renunciation is Lord Shiva does. So we can say that the detachment principle we can learn from Lord Shiva. So regarding that, one pastime comes to my mind is that one time Lord Shiva was giving a Bhagavatam class to all the brahmacharis and vairagis, and in that sabha everybody was sitting. Narada was there, Shukadeva Goswami was there, Vyasadeva was there, Chatur Kumara was there. And how he was giving Bhagavatam class? His wife, Mother Parvati, was sitting on his lap and he was giving Bhagavatam class. And where this pastime comes? This pastime comes from Srimad Bhagavatam, Chitraketu Maharaj pastime. So that shows the detachment or the renunciation or the self-control of Lord Shiva. That he is a very great personality. So now the second quality comes to my mind about the austerity is, or second pastime I would say, is that um, when the churning of the ocean of milk happened. You don't know the pastime, right? So one time there was a agreement between demigods and demons. What they wanted? They all wanted the Amrit, nectar. So they went to Lord Vishnu. And then Lord Vishnu instructed, okay, all right, you do this, collect this paraphernalia and do the churning of the milk ocean. You will get Amrit. So they collected the stuff. Mandara mountain came, Vasuki came, Lord took the form of tortoise, what is it, turtle, tortoise, Kurma avatar to support the Mandara mountain. And Lord Hari sat on the top of the mountain so that it should not, and churning started. Whatever said that before Amrit came, what came? Anybody know? Yes, poison, exactly. And that poison was not ordinary poison. That called as a halahal. That poison was so dangerous that if it would have fallen on the earth or universe, whole universe would have destroyed. So now everybody went running to Lord Vishnu that my Lord please protect. Lord Vishnu said go and do prayer to Lord Shiva. Now it is said that he accepts the things which nobody wants. If somebody comes to you and say, please take poison, we want nectar but you take poison. What do you think? How selfish those people are, But Lord Shiva, he is so compassionate that without a second thought, because he get the chance to serve his Supreme Lord and for the sake of all living entities, he took that poison and drank it. But what happened after that? Yeah, did the poison, his poison went into his belly? Did he keep poison in his mouth? No, he kept poison in his throat. So then what happened? Now Parvati got to know that Lord Shiva drank the poison. Any wife will say, are you mad? Why there was a need to drink the poison? Okay, you drank it, now swallow at least. We can take it out by doing some surgery, right? He said, no, how can I swallow it? Because where is my Lord is sitting in my heart? How can I let that poison go to my Lord's? So that what he did, he kept that poison into his throat. There is another thing which comes or which is glorified about him. Now, how can he make that poison stay into the throat? Ah, exactly. So there is another pastime comes related to this thing, which I would like to say. What happened one time? This is connecting pastime because we want to understand how Lord Shiva could hold the poison into his throat. So one time, Parvati, she went to a sage to take the diksha that she wanted the diksha. She wanted the mercy of the Lord. So she went. I'm not remembering the name of the sage. So she went to that sage and she said like, my dear saint, like initiate me, into the devotion to Supreme Lord. Then that sage initiated Parvati and gave her Vishnu Sahasranam to chant. And then Parvati every day she used to chant Vishnu Sahasranam and break the fast. Like, after that only she used to take the meal. That was her rule. So then because she went to the sage, she did like because see, you don't get mercy of a guru. So it is said that if you want any blessing from the guru, what you have to do first? You have to go and serve Guru. You cannot just say, "Oh, Guru, they give me something, and I'll just get away from here. Like you do whatever you want to do. I just no. You have to please Guru. And how do you please Guru? By rendering service. So Parvati Devi, so she was away for almost 6 months because she went, she served her Guru, she pleased him, and then she got the Vishnu Sahasranam and she came back. So when she came back one day, it was a Dwadashi day. So Dwadashi, how we break the fast? There's a particular time, right? Parana time. That time only we break the fast. So Lord Shiva, and it was a breaking time fast. And then Lord Shiva called Parvati. So, let's break fast together because we were away for so long. So we'll have after a long time we'll break the fast together. So Parvati said, "Oh no, how can I break fast? I have to first chant my Vishnu Sahasrana and then only I can eat. That is my rule." He said, "No, only there are few minutes left. I cannot wait. I have to break fast in the time." Then she said, "Now how can I do?" Then he said, "Okay, I will tell you one thing. It's very easy." So then he chanted one mantra from Shiva Puran. What is that mantra? Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. What does it mean? Rama Rameti Rameti. So if you chant the name of Lord Ram one time, it is Sahasranama Tattulyam. It is equal to the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. And then you can break the fast because then it's equal to 1,000 names. So Parvati became very happy. She chanted Lord Ram name and they both of them had fast, like break the fast together. Now you may ask question, if there is a one name insufficient, why Lord Shiva chanted Rama Rama Rameti? Because it is said that like the funny way Roja is saying that, or the class I heard from where I took the notes, Roja is saying that that is a ruchi or a test of a pure devotee. Once they start the chanting of the name, they can't be satisfied with one name or two names. They want to keep chanting, chanting, and chanting. So that is the beauty of the Lord Ram's name or the name of the Lord. So And that is how Parvati or we also get to know that on whom Lord Shiva meditates? Lord Shiva meditates on Lord Ram. He himself says that. Just chant the name of Lord. That is also another time Parvati asked Lord Shiva that, whom do you keep on meditating? I always see you sitting and close your eyes. There is somebody you are meditating, right? And then Lord Shiva reveals that I meditate on Lord Ram. That's why there is a glory that it is said that somebody leaves body in Varanasi, they get moksha. Why they get moksha? Because it is said that Lord Shiva chants the name of Lord Ram in their ear. That's why Varanasi is. But Srila Prabhupada, our dear Srila Prabhupada, he's such a, I would say that, like magical personality that whole wide world doesn't matter you go to Europe, Australia, Africa, America, everywhere he gave or distributed this wealth of holy name that they don't have to go to Varanasi to get moksha. Wherever they are, if they just chant the name of the Lord Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, they can get liberation. So that is the glory of our dear Srila Prabhupada. And for that matter, our acharyas, from whom we get this the treasure of the holy name. So related to that, so that is how Lord Shiva could hold the poison into his throat, because poison is called as wish. And what Lord Shiva chants? Ram. So always in his throat is Ram, Ram, Ram. So wish went and he couldn't pass because it became Vishram. Vishram means stay, rest. Poison stayed in his neck only, and his neck became blackish blue. That's why he got a name called Neelakantha. So that is the glory of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So, like, so when we hear these kind of pastimes, we also get enthusiasm to chant the holy. We get the faith that what is the power of the holy name of the Lord. Another pastimes related to the holy name of the Lord is one time there was a Brahmana who was a very great Shiva Bhakta. So, but he was very poor. So, his wife, she became very mad one day on him that you don't come to the house unless you get something. I'm fed up of you. Every day you just go and sit in that Lord Shiva's temple and do nothing. And like you have to bring something. You have family, you have kids too. So now poor Brahmana went and he sat in the Lord Shiva's temple and started crying and praying and he slept. Lord Shiva came to his dream and he told that, my dear devotee, I know what difficulty you are going through. So there is one person called Sanatan Goswami in Vrindavan. Go there and he will give you what you are looking for. The wealth, whatever wealth you want. So that Brahmana, he woke up and he understand, okay, I got indication from Lord Shiva. So very enthusiastically he went. He met Sanatan Goswami. And when he went, Sanatan Goswami, like he said, he paid obeisances. He asked, like, I got a message from Lord Shiva that, you have a very great treasure. You have a Paras money. I want that. Can you give me that? So Sanatan Goswami, all right. You see that pile of trash? That Paras money is there. So you go and take that Paras money from there. So, so he went, he found the Paras money and he made sure he touched, everything was turning into gold and he became very happy and he started back. He said, thank you, Sanatan Goswami, and he started back. He came home, showed his wife became very happy, God. Then she asked, how is it possible that man gave you this kind of thing very easily? He told a story. Then that Brahmana is very simple person. Like sometimes, like very, how the greed can be useful sometimes in bhakti. So that Brahmana said, yeah, I never thought. She said, definitely he must have something more precious than this Paras money. Let's go and ask that from him. We don't want this. Let's go. Then wife also started. She also came with him. Both of them came to Sanatana. They paid obeisances and they said, Maharaj, you gave us this Paras money, but it was in the trash. If that is so valuable, how can it lie in the trash? That means you something must you must be having something much more valuable than this. We want that thing. Then Sanatana was like, all right, you want that thing? First you go throw this Paras money into Yamuna. If you want something higher, you have to give up the lower things. Then only you can get something higher. Then Brahmana went, wife with his wife, threw that into Yamuna and came back. And then anybody know? This is a very famous pastime. All the devotees must have heard it. So what that valuable thing was which Sanatan Goswami gave to those Brahman couple? Can you say it loudly one time? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That is the most valuable thing which the Brahmana get because of whose mercy? Lord Shiva's mercy. He was a devotee of Lord Shiva. So that is said that, so when somebody goes to Lord Shiva to ask something, a material thing, that is called as Kapata Kripa. Kapata Kripa means that thing is not going to do anything good for you. Because any material thing you have, ultimately it is going to cause attachment. And when you get separated from that attachment, it is going to cause suffering. So the real thing is the devotion to the Supreme Lord. Because it is eternal. That won't be destroyed or that won't be taken away from you once your material body is finished. Doesn't matter what you have in this material body, your wealth, fame, name, not to speak of any other thing, your own body is also not going to come with you, which you care so much for. The only thing which is going to come with you is the devotion to the Supreme Lord. So that is the thing I would like to emphasize, and I would like to carry or pray to Lord Shiva that the way he has faith in the name of the Lord, in chanting the name, the same faith we all should get. So that way we understand the real treasure which Lord Shiva wanted to give it to his devotee. And another pastime now, another thing is that another pastime or glory of Lord Shiva is very fond of hearing to Bhagavatam. There are many pastimes where Lord Shiva is listening to Bhagavatam. So one time, this comes in the Padma Puran, where Lord Shiva is speaking to Parvati, and Parvati is asking that out of all the worship, whose worship is the topmost? And that time Lord Vishnu quotes this verse. What he says? Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnur aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. What is said? Aradhananam sarvesham. Aradhana means worship. Sarvesham, of all the demigods, or all the powerful beings. Vishnur aradhanam param. The aradhana or worship of Lord Vishnu is param, means topmost. Now there is a part to this which we want to understand. Tasmat parataram devi, but there is one more highest thing. What is that? Tadiyanam samacharam. Tadiya means the things related to the Lord. Tadiya, like the just like we say, any pure devotee, the clothes, it's like Srila Prabhupada clothes or stick, the tadiya. Tadiya means the things with which we worship the Lord. It is called as tadiya, just like the clothes of the Lord or the flute of Krishna. Those are called as tadiya. So it is said that, but more than that is tadiya. So in that tadiya, the one thing comes is a devotee of the Lord. So it is said that if you go to Krishna and say, Krishna, give me your bhakti, what Krishna will say? Oh, I don't have my bhakti. Go to my devotee and find bhakti. So how do you get the devotion to the Supreme Lord? You don't get devotion to Supreme Lord by going to Krishna. You get devotion to Supreme Lord by going and by pleasing the devotees of Krishna. Because he is one of the Tadiya of the Lord. And same way, another Tadiya is the pastimes of the Lord. Because Lord cannot have pastime without his devotees. Can he do pastime alone? Have you ever seen any pastime where Krishna is alone? That is another. That is why there is another beauty of Krishna is there are 64 qualities, and everybody else has still 60. Krishna has 4 extra qualities. So the one of that quality which Krishna holds is Leela Madhuri, like beautiful pastimes of Krishna. And all those pastimes comes in mainly Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Lord Shiva is very, very fond of listening to the pastimes of Lord Supreme Lord. So one time the pastime, there is one pastime comes which I heard that like how much it shows that how much important it is to listening to the pastime of the Lord. The verse also comes in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Shrunvata Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanat Hridayastasta Abhadrani Vidhunoti Surat Sada. So what happened? Shrunvatam Swakata Krishna. So when you hear the Krishna Katha, what happened? Abhadrani. Abhadrani means whatever unwanted. Bhadra means auspicious. Abhadra means which is not auspicious or which is not wanted, unwanted things. What are the unwanted things which we have in the heart? There are 6 anarthas, right? Greed, lust, anger, envy, pride. So all those things will be taken out when we hear Krishna Katha. When we hear and when I say Krishna Katha, it is not different than the pastimes of the Lord. So that's why we glorify devotees on their birthdays. That is the Krishna Katha. Because they are devotees. Suppose if I glorify Siddharth, Siddharth is going to feel good. But more than Siddharth, his parents will be very happy. Why? Because they love him so much. The same way, when devotees are glorified, Krishna becomes more happy than his own glory. Krishna says that those who says they are my devotee, they are not my devotee. Those who says they are devotees of my devotee, they are my devotee. So that's why it is very important that we understand the importance of devotees in our life. And we understand the importance of hearing, listening to Krishna Katha. One time I was listening to a class, and in that class, Maharaj says, okay, switch off your phones, nobody chanting in the class, because it is said that when you are listening to Krishna Katha and when you are doing some other thing, it's called, we heard about Nam Aparad, right? How many of you heard of Katha Aparad? He said Katha Aparad happens because you are listening to the Lord's pastime and you are doing some other thing, you are ignoring that thing. Though you are sometimes we say, oh, I am doing a devotional activity only, but still it causes a aparad. So one time there's what happened. One time there was a Brahmana, his name was Kuntala Brahmana in the Kerala. And he was a very great devotee of the Krishna. And what he used to do, every day he used to go to the temple of Lord Shiva and he used to recite Bhagavatam there. And one day, he like one chapter every day he used to recite. So one day he started reciting a chapter where Krishna is telling Rukmini that, oh Rukmini, why did you marry me? I'm like, cowherd boy, I don't have caste. Somebody says I'm a Vaishya, somebody says I'm Kshatriya. Better you should have married a Shishupal, and Krishna gives so many reasons. And Rukmini, as soon as she hears that thing, she faints. And then Krishna again pacifies her. That chapter is there in the Krishna book, in 10th canto. So Kuntal Brahmana, he hears that pastime. So he read that pastime and he put the bookmark and he closed the book. And next day again he came. When he came, he saw that the bookmark is again on the same chapter. So he read again that chapter. Then again next day he came. The bookmark was on the same page. So it happened for many, many, many days. Then he got doubt, who is doing that? there is somebody who is coming and putting the bookmark, because when you read the same pastime, okay, one day you may forget, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, but when it happens repeatedly, you understand, right? Somebody is there who is doing behind something. So what he did, he hid behind a pillar in the temple, and then he saw, and to his surprise, Lord Shiva came there and Mother Parvati. And Lord Shiva, he started same chapter, he started and he recited whole chapter. And then he asked Parvati, how did you like my recitation? He said it was good, but it was not as good as Kuntal. I like listening from him. And then he came forward and, like, obviously you get a Lord Shiva's vision. And then he got the blessings from Lord Shiva because, like, he was such a good reciter that Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati used to listen to his recitation. So that was the absorption, or that was the ruchi or test of Lord Shiva in listening to the pastime of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam. And same we heard in the first, the pastime I mentioned that, what was his absorption, that though Mother Parvati was sitting on his lap, he could recite Bhagavatam. If our phone get message also, we get distracted in the Bhagavad Gita. I'm saying about myself, also, that is not our, but that is the thing actually. From Maha we can understand that what are the glories of Lord Shiva and what we can ask him. So, when I was listening to all these pastimes, definitely, like, it is said that those who are devotees of Krishna, they are devotees of Lord Shiva also, because they understand it is said that, you cannot separate the the tattva, or the, what we say, that importance of Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. Just like in Ramayana we hear, in Rameshwaram, Lord Ram himself got the Shivlinga and did the worship of Lord Shiva. So just like, so on the material platform for us, sometimes we see, oh, worship of Shiva is higher, worship of Krishna is higher. But when you keep all those differences away, and when you try to go and when you hear the pastimes, the loving exchanges between Krishna and Lord Ram, Krishna and Lord Shiva, or Lord Ram and Lord Shiva, then you understand that, oh, those are in our head. In their head, for them, they both are so much dear to each other. That's why it is, if you have gone to any place, there are Char Dham, or there are the 4 important places in the India, which everybody would like to do. Like in our Indian tradition, everyone say, okay, Char Dham karne hai mujhe, yaar, Char Dham jana hai mujhe. Wherever you go, you will always see, wherever there is a Lord Shiva's temple, there is a temple of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Always. Whether you go to Rameshwar, whether you go to Jagannath Puri, whether you go to Dwarka, whether you go to Vrindavan, whether you go to Kedarnath, Badrinath. So what does that mean? That separation is in our mind. It is a man-made. For both of them, if somebody try to understand their loving relationship to each other, then you understand that we are fighting for unnecessary. So I really feel, because that is why, if we go and see, like in Vrindavan, there is wherever you visit in Vrindavan, there is a temple of Lord Shiva, Gopeshwar Mahadev, Bhuteshwar Mahadev, Chakleshwar Mahadev, Kameshwar Mahadev, so many. If you go to Jagannath Puri, Bhuvaneshwar, Lingaraj. So that is the relation between Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. So on this day, I just would like to say that, the third thing which I would like to say is what we should pray to Lord Shiva. We should, Prabhuji in the class which I heard, that he recited very nice words, and that Lord Shiva, he gives the highest thing to the prachetas, just like yesterday Radhisham Prabhu, he was saying, right, Lord Shiva, when he saw the unity prachetas, he got very much pleased and he gave the greatest benediction of guidance of worshipping the Lord, Supreme Lord, how you can worship. So that is what I feel we should pray that, my Lord, give us the same faith, same taste in chanting the holy name of the Lord and listening to the pastime, listening to the Krishna Katha. Because those are the two things He Himself does day and night. So, and if we want to go and ask something to Lord Shiva, pray something, that is the greatest thing, Nishkapata Kripa. That is the Nishkapata Kripa of Lord Shiva, that if we ask for the test in the holy name of the Lord and test in the hearing the pastimes of the Lord. So with that prayer, is a lotus feet, I just would like to conclude. If anybody has any comment, any questions, or anything they want to share, any pastime, they're welcome. 6:23, we have 6 minutes. Any question, anything?
Source of his
Hmm. Yeah, because Prabhuji, sorry, yeah, complete the question. So I feel Prabhuji, yeah. So Prabhuji's question is why there is so much confusion about uh, the Lord Shiva, that there is no source of him. He is Adi, he is Ananta. You know, uh, because that is the thing that and I would say that that is for myself also. Like when in my initial days, or when I was growing up, it's like Srila Prabhupada says there is an institution to teach robotics, to teach engineering, to teach science, to teach medical science, but there is no institution to teach your own culture, own spirituality. And that is why this confusion is there, I feel like. If you go and study, you will, according to Shastra, there is a clear distinction. When we say that, if somebody asks, when we hear from this shloka that milk and curd are same, if you ask, oh, how is it possible that like there is a, when we say that Lord Shiva is the expansion of Krishna, when Krishna is Adi and Ananta, Lord Shiva is also his expansion, so he is same. He is not non-different. It is just he takes the role. So that's why his tattva is different. But people doesn't have the shastrical knowledge. That's why that confusion is there, where they then think, oh, who is his source, why he is coming, just like Balaramji, we can say that same thing to the Balaramji, right? Because we don't have that knowledge, we don't have that scriptural base. That's why that confusion, like my understanding is that, But if we study the Shastras from bona fide sources, if we study, we won't have that confusion that, oh, from where the Lord Shiva is coming, from where Shiva Tattva is coming. Just like in spiritual world, see, that is, if you have seen the universal chart over there, you must have seen. In the universal chart, there is a, when you go across the Brahma Jyoti, the first dham is called Mahesh Dham, which is called as Dham of Sadashiva and Parvati. That is the eternal Dham. So he is Adi Ananta. That's where it's proven, right? But when he comes to this material world as a Rudra expansion, because just like we said, Brahma can be taken post, but Shiva post can't be taken. So that is why Lord Sadashiv himself expands in this material world to take the role where he can serve the Supreme Lord by doing the destruction. Just like Lord Vishnu. Just like we say, if you have heard that the universal form, we say that, the universal form of Krishna is also temporary, which Krishna shows in Bhagavad Gita. So does that mean that he is not Adi Ananta? It's not like that. The understanding is that it is a temporary thing created for a temporary purpose. So same way, when Lord Shiva comes to this material world, he comes for a particular purpose. But when his purpose is done, just like Lord wraps up his pastime, that is also wrapped up. But that doesn't mean he get destroyed. He is eternally there in the spiritual world, in Mahesh Dham. So I hope I answered. Anybody else has anything, or else we have last 1 minute. Who has any question? Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. And if I have spoken anything wrong, please forgive me as your humble servant. And I hope, I have pleased you all and I have pleased Lord Shiva by glorifying Him. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.